Hello there, Aries. How are you guys doing today? Welcome to your general reading. Thank you so much for being here today. These are timeless readings, so please trust that the universe has brought you here because there is something in today's card spread that is meant just for you. Whatever it is that may be weighing heavily in your heart or on your minds, please trust that there is a message in today's card reading just for you. All right. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck for you today. We've got, the Three of Wands. How wonderful. So with the Three of Wands, Aries, you guys are truly ready to embark on a new journey. Whatever it is that may be, that's kind of like pressing. You guys, some of you may be thinking that, that you need to expand your world, that there is something so much bigger out there for you. Some of you may be thinking career-wise, you are maybe making a career pivot, for example, really chasing after the things that really bring you a lot of joy and creativity and passion. So some of you are embarking on that new journey. Some of you are taking on a new course of study, for example. But definitely you guys are ready to really leave behind the past and move towards those things that are most fulfilling and inspiring for you or to you. All right, so that's beautiful. That is a really great card to start off with. Great energy so far. All right, sorry about that. I had to step away and answer the door real quick. Okay, here we go. First card for you today. All right, so some of you are kind of going through reminiscing about the past, reminiscing about the things that have happened in your life. Oh, and by the way, Aries, I forgot to mention, if I hadn't already, Three of Wands is your card. So you are showing up here nice and strong in your reading. So this is good. It puts you in a very powerful position. Definitely. So anyway, so many of you are thinking about the past. Also, some of you may be having to attend to some family stuff right now, children, that sort of thing, and just home stuff, which is great. But definitely a time where you are really kind of thinking about the happiness that your family has brought you, the structure of your family, and or how you define family. Some of us, maybe if you have a smaller family, for example, or a great big family, as many of you may be reminiscing about the past, all of the happy memories, things like that, and however you define your family, right? Everybody's very different. All right. Here we go. Two of Cups. Beautiful. So you are truly welcoming this opportunity to unite and connect with another, like soulmate type material here. This could be a new love interest. This can also be friendship, and it can also be like a business partner. So some of you who are venturing out and expanding your world, you may be meeting up with a new partner, for example, a business partner, but definitely both of you are kind of in alignment with whatever your goals are for the future. This is actually a very beautiful, very loving card, and but it definitely signifies a new beginning for you for in the near future here. Big decisions for you coming up. Something that's really definitely going to weigh very heavily on you here. In these instances, Aries, it's a good time for you to really trust your intuition, listen to your gut. Some of you, when it pertains to this big career move, for example, this is something that, a lot of us, sometimes when we make a career pivot, it may not even be that you really disliked your previous career, or you just knew that there was something more out there for you, and so you're having to really make this decision, like, do I really want to start something totally different? Maybe you're a little bit apprehensive because having to start something absolutely new in your life can be a little bit worrisome, definitely worrisome, because most of us, if you're depending on the time of your life, you don't want to pick up and do something totally different, right? So definitely trust your gut, trust your intuition if you're having to make that big decision. I mean, career changes are huge, right? All right, so the Devil card here. So you see here in the core of your reading, you've got the Two of Swords, and then you've got the Devil. So the Devil represents any kind of self-sabotage or shadow behavior. So some of you, if you are you know, kind of very pessimistic, for example, if you do a lot of like negative self-talk, for example, that's kind of like self-sabotage and shadow type behavior. The Devil card also represents any kind of addictions, any kind of roadblocks that we have put in front of us, right? Things that really keep you from getting to your highest and very best self. So pay attention to that. So some of you may be having to make a decision, like I said, but you don't have to be the person that gets in your own way, right? So hopefully you understand what I mean by that, because if you are trying to start a different career or start a different, you know, make a pivot and start your own side hustle or business, something like that, maybe there's a part of you that's very apprehensive saying, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I have it in me to start something new right now. That's kind of like negative self-talk, right? Because you are already shooting down any opportunity to start something new. Whatever it is that the universe is giving you, any gift that the universe is giving you, you're already shooting it down and saying, no, I can't do it, right? So that's something even as simple as that. But it could be something even as heavy as like an addiction, right? So make sure you're paying attention to that, because you see here in this timeline, the devil is smack dab in the middle. So pay attention to any kind of roadblocks that you have created for yourself. The World card, yeah, see, you're ready to embark on something new. You're closing out. There's this deep sense within you, and you know that whatever it is that you are going through right now, it's kind of run its course, and you're ready to start the next chapter of your life. And perhaps this involves this union with another individual here. Definitely. And with this, there's this back and forth where mentally you're thinking to yourself, yeah, I've closed out that part of my life. Maybe I'm not happy anymore. I want to take that leap of faith and start something totally new in my life. But you're kind of, you know, deep down that you're ready to start something new. But then there's that sense of just holding back that's getting in your way. And that's all within your mind. All right, the Emperor. Yeah, see, look at that. Two very, very powerful major arcanas here. Again, you are showing up as yourself here at the crown of your reading. Again, very, very powerful. The Emperor is the Aries card, and with the Three of Wands here, both you're showing up twice here in your own reading. But the Emperor card, very powerful, very, very certain type of energy. Like, you know deep inside what you need to do, but you got to get out of your own way, right? The Emperor is also the authority. He's the one that makes the rules. He's the one that governs. He's the one that has the most control over his life, over his empire, right? So know that you are in a very, very powerful position here. So you can take this power, which is incredible, to make it work for you, or you can make it work against you. Think about the Emperor. You can have it work, you know, the power of an emperor, that he could be benevolent or malevolent, right? So you can make this energy here work for you or work against you, right? You're incredibly powerful right now, Aries. I mean, amazing. 10 of Wands. So many of you have a lot of responsibilities, and perhaps that is what's keeping you back. That's what's keeping you from transforming. This may be the roadblock, right? Because if you have a lot of responsibilities, burdens that you were carrying, it may keep you from wanting, you know, it creates that hesitation and keeps you from wanting to move forward. The Hierophant. I would say here at the very end of this timeline here, sitting with yourself and allowing yourself to really connect with your higher self. Find some spirituality in there. Look at your traditions, the rules, the systems that have been created in your life here, and really fall back onto it, right? And maybe that's part of the reason, circling back, part of the reason why we're thinking and a little bit more nostalgic is because, you know, you've got new changes happening here in your life, and so you're going to have to really connect with your higher self, with your spirituality. Anytime we've got something new, it creates a lot of instability in our lives, and the best way to get out of that instability is really to stop and really reassess everything in our lives. Look at the traditions, the systems, the rules that you've created, and see if, you know, if there's something there that can ground you. The other thing is you may be seeking higher learning as well. You will definitely be, with the Emperor and the Hierophant, will be in a position there where people are going to be looking up to you, looking to you for advice, for wisdom, that sort of thing, because again, very powerful position. The Knight of Swords here is very fast moving energy. So many of you may be getting impatient and saying, okay, I have had to deal with the past and it's really weighed me down and slowed me down. I want something new. I want to charge forward. I want the truth. I want it now. Here's the thing. You may have to slow things down a little bit. You are moving forward, you know, but you may have to slow things down a little bit. The other thing is you may be charging forward and trying to figure out why. Why do you think a certain way? Why do you have certain addictions? Why do you have self-sabotage? You know, getting down deep and trying to figure out what is the true source of all of the self-sabotage and shadow behavior that you may be exhibiting, which is good, truth-seeking, right? So, but in this instance, go a little bit slow, right? Sometimes some of these deep-seated feelings, this shadow behavior is really deep, and so it takes time to get to the bottom of things. The other thing too, with the Knight of Swords, be careful with how you are communicating with others. The words that you use as the Emperor, being very, very powerful, it can sting a little bit. So make sure your delivery of your communication is a little bit more compassionate. The Magician, absolutely. Here, you have the power to really create the path that you desire for yourself. You just have to take that inspired action. You have every tool within you to really create the future that you desire. Look at that. The Emperor and the Magician, really powerful energy, strong energy. Yeah, and you're getting a lot of like that light bulb moment, kind of like that spark. And if you are, you know, embarking on a new journey, for example, embarking on a new challenge for yourself, you're getting that inspiration, that light bulb moment, that aha moment. You got to make sure you take that action, you take inspired action and really move with it, because it doesn't last very long. The Six of Pentacles here, couple of things. This is a card of reciprocity. Make sure that, interesting here above the Devil, make sure that you are addressing that you aren't giving too much to where you're not getting anything in return. Make sure you create balance in your life, right? Because here you're carrying on everybody else's sticks, everybody else's burdens. You want to make sure that you share in that, in this quest, in this journey. The other thing too here, Aries, is that you are going to reach the finish line. If you are asking yourself, is this ever going to end? Absolutely. This is going to, you're going to get to the finish line here, but the universe reminds you to really enjoy the journey. We're all on a journey. We're all on different timelines, and you have to make sure that you are enjoying that journey. Don't miss out because you're sitting here carrying everybody else's burdens. Make sure that you share some of those burdens, okay? That you have that reciprocity. The other thing too is this is, to me, a card of abundance. You are getting something here. You are going to be receiving whatever it is that you truly desire for yourself. It's going to come to fruition and bring a lot of abundance in your life. All right, let's tighten this up a little bit here with some other oracle cards and see if we can wrap this up for you. All right, Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Look at this. This card is attributed to full moon in Aries. You are showing up here, here, and in here. Pay attention, please, to this reading, because there is some message here that you are meant to receive. So a fiery climax approaches. So if things, remember I said be very careful with how you are communicating or delivering messages, right? Because we don't necessarily, you may finally get to the point where it's like, I'm done. I am done. I need to turn the page. You guys carry your own sticks. That may be what you want, but make sure your delivery isn't so harsh to where it creates conflict in your life. But definitely things are moving really quickly for you. Big changes are happening. Make sure that you are taking inspired action. Connect with your intuition so that you know exactly the direction that you need to go. But fiery, oh boy, you are very fiery, Aries. So be careful. Be careful, because you are in such a powerful position here, here, here. Wow. Meditate and contemplate, just like I said here, right? With the Hierophant, I said, kind of sit with yourself and really reconnect. Maybe think about the past, think about the traditions, systems, and rules that you have in your life already, and use that wisdom. right? Use the wisdom when you are navigating this new course in your life. Definitely, it doesn't hurt to really gain that wisdom and connect with your spirituality. Your commitment is being tested, absolutely. So here, right, if you are, so if your commitment is truly being tested here, Aries, some of you may want to give up. Don't get in your own way. Don't give up. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition, right? If you feel as though, God, I'm just pushing these sticks and nothing is coming of it, believe. Trust in your higher self. Trust in divine timing. Trust in divine protection. Everything is going to work out in your favor. You are just being tested right now, right? The Devil card truly is a test. How badly do you want to be shackled here? Because you don't have to be, right? So it's a matter of choice. How badly do you want this? Whatever it is that you want for your finish line, how badly do you want it? Trust that the universe is really just putting you through a test, and it wants to know, what did you learn? How did it evolve you spiritually? That's truly the big test there. So please take the time here to really connect with your higher self, connect with your intuition, and really reassess those roadblocks that you are creating for yourself, right? Because I think that you want to move forward, you want to turn the page, you want to be empowered, you want to take the next step. Just make sure that you are connecting with your higher self and answering those really difficult questions of why you keep getting in your own way. All right, don't get in your own way. All right, Aries, thank you so much. I love you. I will talk to you soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.